So this opponent is on, as foretold, like all sorts of weird control. It's really interesting. And I believe I keep, yeah, because I mean I have natural lock and I drawing all sorts of cards. Um, I am basically playing a 57 card deck at this point with the three baubles in hand. Opponent has to mulligan. They do have a Blood Moon, which is pretty good for them. Put a Evolving Wilds on the bottom. So go ahead and get an idea of what I'm playing against. And this tells me, I already know, it's probably the balance thing. I forget the name. So I go to draw some extra cards, hoping to draw an opal, but I do not. So I'll just play out the lock instead. I'm really not too concerned about what they're doing. I do draw my second land now thanks to that other bauble. Yeah, go ahead. I know that they can't really cast a whole bunch of instants or sorceries now, so I'll get a good look at what they got, so I get a good idea of what to name with Needle and what to keep them off of. Yeah, so it stops that, which is decent. I mean, that could have done a number to my mana base there. And I know they're probably going to follow up with Blood Moon, but I am not worried about Blood Moon. And I mean, it cuts off my stirrings, but who cares? Yep, play all sorts of stuff. And I'm pretty sure I named Nahiri there. Yep. So now I have the luck. The best they got is as foretold here. And I'll just keep them off of playing any relevant spells. Instead, the longer they play, the more information I get. Like that they have ley lines in the main. So game two, Welding Jars because they're playing red. Look, a red spell that destroys artifacts. And what else did I do? Artifact enchantment destruction because of their mana base is ridiculous. And I believe I saw it in Needles. Yeah. Yeah, in response to this, they fetch so that I don't get as much information, which is decent. And go ahead and Needle immediately, naming Nahiri. So they go to start setting things up. Now, because of Opal, I do not need to worry about my mana base. And I really want a Mill Rock. That's what I want. So everything in their hand, this doesn't matter. They could try to do this, but they'll just hit a Restore Balance and screw themselves. Yeah, I don't need the Ancient Grudge right now. So instead I use a Shuffle on myself. If I need it back, I can just use Academy Ruins. Yeah. And keeping the Opal and the Ruins still in hand as I need it. And I don't need to destroy Leyline quite yet. And in response to that, I want to save these. I figure maybe I didn't really know all their hand yet. I believe I didn't know about the Violent Outburst. I don't remember. But, excuse me. Instead, what I want to do is try to dig to a bridge, if I can. Because then that'll stop, this guy. Yep. So, more stuff. Again, they can't really cast these because they'll screw themselves more than me. I mean, they'll remove counters, I guess, but I still have 3 mana sources. Another lantern, there's a needle on top. Then I can name Greater Gargadon, and that'll force them to sack stuff to get it into play, and then they'd lose it to restore balance. So needle's not bad here at all. Yeah. They tried to put counters on it. I'm like, no. So I let them try to choose if they're going to remove counters from Gargadon. Now they're smart and they will move it down to 1. So I really need to get a bridge here soon. But I've got a couple of turns. Yeah, and in response to the restore balance, I'm going to go ahead and destroy their enchantment while I can. Yep. I still have 3 mana sources. Well, I mean, 4, really. There's a Whir on top, and I mean, they got me on a clock, but they don't have enough to make it a faster clock. So I'm still good. And they can't even cast these right now. So I just untap, I go to attack, I Whir, and it's a good game.